Welcome to Pet Allies Adoption Minute. I'm Jill Tinkel with my little co-host Odie, who's excited to be here because he gets to introduce Tereza from Pet Allies, who has some new developments at Pet Allies that people have been waiting for. So tell us about that.
So we have reopened the pet food pantry, Mondays 2 to 4. You need to come to the clinic entrance and bring proof of low income status. So it can be a Medicare card, Social Security, unemployment, anything that shows that you need assistance right now. We can provide food for up to 3 animals per household. And that is, we're basing that on the City of Show Low regulations. And we also have some additional items. We have some sweaters. We have some, beds that we donated and don't need in the shelter that we can be able to help you with.
Oh man, that is great. That is so needed. We want people, if they have their pets, to be able to afford them. But let's talk about spays and neuters. Are you able to help with that at all?
Yeah, so that's how we're identifying some of our people that, people like you are sponsoring the spays and neuters for, because these are people that are saying, hey, I need some help. Can you help me? And they're making a difference by coming into us and saying, I need that help.
Yes, and I get to, speaking of needing help, look like this thing on your lap needs some help. He is a drooping and fallen over, and he's gonna start snoring here any minute, I believe.
Yep. So this is Chinook. He's about 10 weeks old. He is one of a litter of 12. So that spay and neuter is really important.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so he is ready for adoption. Shots, he's got his microchip, spays and neuters, all that kind of stuff, and he's ready to go.
All right, so this has been kind of exceptional because this is puppy number 3 that we've had on today of the same litter, and all 3 of them, I'm accusing the foster of running them around for the last 3 hours because all 3 of them are like so chill, so laid back. I'm sure they're not like that all the time, but it looks like they tend to be. I mean, they've all been very calm dogs.
Yeah, I don't think this one can even hold his head up anymore.
If you let loose, he is probably going to slide all the way off your lap.
He will.
So cute. Well, they're going to be a little bit bigger, so people need to prepare for that. And going back to the pantry, when you're choosing your dog, you really need to put some thought into this. So if you are low income, already, maybe a smaller dog, maybe one that's already been fixed, but let's think maybe before we adopt or purchase an animal, this one's gonna take some food.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna be an eater, at least for the first few years.
Yes, definitely. Needs some space, needs more food, a lot more upkeep. So think that way. That kind of helps you get off to a good start, doesn't it?
Yeah, and older animals too are a great place to start because they make great pets and they don't require as much food time.
Exactly. Did you just point at him?
I did. He's an older guy.
You can't tell, can you? And the fact that his tongue hangs out the side of his mouth now doesn't show his age at all.
No, the lack of teeth is not indicating anything.
No, he's still got 5, Teresa. Well, we've got both of them sleeping here, so I'm not sure which one's the easiest going.
Not either.
No, that's pretty cool. Well, that is great. Well, I love the fact that the pet food pantry is open. I'm sure that you guys are putting it on Facebook now.
Yes.
So people can be aware. I see a lot of people asking for help with pet food and things, so we're going to point them all to Pet Allies. And remember, it's Mondays only, 2 to 4, you said?
2 to 4. They will need to fill out paperwork, and they will need the proof of income.
That's just great. Thank you. Now, real quick before we go, though, how could those of us that are doing okay help? Do you want specific pet foods or anything?
We're taking anything for the pet food pantry, as well as, we don't use like the clumping litter in our shelter. We use the clay kind. So if someone donates the clumping kind, we can pass that out as well. So, we have things that are donated. Sometimes we don't have the space to store.
Right.
And those are things that we'd like to at least get a second home and
I think it's great. Like I've seen, you have too many kennels, and things like that.
Yes.
And can pass those along. That is just great. I love the, maybe you got too many blankets, and too many sweaters, you said. People need those to keep their dogs warm.
Yes.
That is just great. So I'm really glad that you guys are able to staff that and provide for the community.
Yes, that's what we're trying to do.
This is why we love Pet Allies.
Yes, thank you.
It is. And thank you for joining us here today on Pet Allies Adoption Minute, and we hope to see you at the shelter.
If you would like more information about the shelter, its monthly events, or to schedule an adoption outside of regular hours, please visit www.PetAlliesAz.org or call the shelter at 928-537-8009.